dear students. So this is our last topic of this unit, which is visualization in Keras. So we are going to visualize the performance and the architecture of a particular Keras model, which can be done on both the model side, that is inside your Python script, as well as onto the browser side by using any tools like TensorBoard. So visualizing the performance and architecture can be easily done using these two ways. Now the first type is model side visualization, and you can simply go for a plot training history for it for your Keras model within your Python script directly using your libraries available like Matplotlib. Very easy, and I hope most of you already know how to use Matplotlib. Now it allows you to visualize your metrics like loss in accuracy during the training. So how do we do that? It is a very simple example that I'm showing here. Once you have trained a particular model using model.fit function, and you have provided its essential parameters, you are going to plot the train history. So what I am going to do here is I am going to create a figure. I am going to create a particular subplot of 1 by 2. In the first plot of 1 by 2, I am going to plot the loss of my particular model, which is my training loss, and the validation loss. Okay, and the x label are going to be epochs, as well as the y label will be the loss function. Similarly, I am going to onto the second subplot. I am going to plot accuracy. That is one more parameter that I can evaluate my model, one more metric I can evaluate on my model, so that is accuracy. And obviously x label is going to be epoch and y label will be accuracy. So there are n ways where you can actually plot a particular models particular way of working. So here I am I'm trying to analyze my particular model by visualizing its loss function and by visualizing its accuracy. Okay, so there are various ways in which you can actually go for it. So if you're good with Matplotlib, you can visualize whenever you want to evaluate a particular model based on any other parameter. Now the second side is browser side visualization, which is TensorBoard. So it's a very powerful tool which is actually provided by TensorFlow. So if you have not got a TensorFlow, then you have to install it using pip. So you install the TensorFlow, and with that you can access TensorBoard. It will be helpful to allow, it will help you to visualize various aspects of your model. For an example, your training metrics, the architecture of your model, and even the custom metrics. So what you have to do is simply you can log some metrics to the TensorBoard. So during model training, what you can do is you can log the metrics to the TensorBoard using a callback. So you are using keras.callback, and from there you are importing TensorBoard, and what you are going to do is you are going to feed it with your log metrics, and while you are training or fitting your particular data. So while you are fitting your particular data, you can see here in I always used to end it on validation data, but now I am using callbacks, and it should be TensorBoard underscore callback. The same thing here, TensorBoard underscore callback, wherein you are logging in, wherein you are logging in all the metrics of your particular model. So once you have done that, you can log metrics to the TensorBoard, and then you can start the TensorBoard. So in your terminal, you have to navigate to the directory wherever you are running your Python script, and you have to put this particular command that is shown onto the screen, and it is going to start TensorBoard for you. And it is also going to provide you a URL where you can open in your browser and you can access your visualization about your network. Same thing, accessing the TensorBoard, you will be opening your web browser and go to the your URL, which will be provided on a local host, and you can view various visualizations including your training metrics, your architecture of the model, and many more. So by combining both, that is using Matplotlib model side visualization, using Python script, and browser side visualization, you can ultimately get a comprehensive understanding of whatever is your performance of your particular Keras model and what architecture it is having during training and evaluation. So I keep it as a task to you in our next unit onwards, where it is going to be very interesting. You will be building CNN models, RNN models, different types of models. So please make sure that you visualize your model also in terms of accuracy and epochs, because you know what happens is when you have got thousands of epochs manually reading your accuracy score, you may not be able to recollect whether it is accuracy decreasing or increasing. So when you have a graph plotted with respect to your loss function or accuracy, you can see whether the loss function is decreasing with respect to epochs, or whether you have to go for an early stopping, or whether your accuracy level how it is. If you evaluate your both if you visualize your both training accuracy as well as test accuracy, you can find out whether your model is being overfitted or not just by looking onto the graphs. Thus, visualization of a model is very important. There are two ways, as I suggested. You can go for matplotlib and do it in your Python script, or you can go for TensorBoard by logging on your metrics. Anything is okay. So make a habit to visualize your model and understand your model in a better way. So with this, we end our third unit, and in our next unit we are going to see about next two units. You will learn more on CNNs and RNNs. So that's it for today.